Your search is over, now welcome to First Mint. Looking for NFT content, look no further cause this is it. From Top Shot to blockchain, they got the data chops, analysis, and pack drops, the show's equator hot. LG and Phil D, the best amongst others. Best brothers to happen to ball since the Ball Brothers. So settle in cause it's time for the best show. Ayo Quad, who we reppin'? First Mint. Let's go.
Does he say, every time we listen to that song, at the end, I noticed something new. At the end, does he say, Ayo Quad, who we reppin'? Is that what he says? It kind of sounds like that. Like the last line is Ayo Quad, who we reppin'.
I just hear my name and I go into like another world and I just get so excited. I don't hear anything after my name still. I don't know what to tell you, man.
That's all good.
What is happening, LG?
Yo, Phil D, what's going on, man? Are you did you go camping again this week or what?
Again this week? Have I seen you since camping? No, yeah, actually I was on the show.
What do you see me since camping? You came back and it was the festival. What are you talking about? You see me
that
since
was
camping?
that was like POAP chaos. And you know what, man? I didn't really recover from that, so I don't really know what week it is. I was not camping again. I haven't really done much since I came back. Tired every day. It's that time of the summer, you're just chilling, trying to enjoy the days as they go by. I did have a bit of a chaotic situation that went down today, and I'll tell you about that in just a little bit. I'll save that for a little bit.
We'll get to it in a bit. That's all right. Anyways, this is the First Mint Live. I'm LG, and that's the real Phil D. Some people are still discovering that we're brothers, and many people had recently discovered on yesterday's podcast that I'm the younger brother.
I thought we went over this, man. We went over this when Steve was here. And people were calling me the old geezer, calling Steve the middle guy, and calling you the younger brother. So I don't know how we reverse course in the span of a week.
I don't know. I don't know if Steve Veerman watched that episode, man. I think he's just
that's what it is.
Watched some older ones.
I'm not sure what he's saying.
Oh, man. Anyways, we got a great show today. We got Luke Dick, who is leading up at an entirely new revolution in Top Shot, the Seeing Stars Discord, potentially the next Nine Lives Lounge for all we know. And then we got Jordan and Jeff from Nifty's. If you got in on that Space Jam drop, whenever it was, like a couple weeks ago, these are the guys who are running it, who run the whole platform. They're going to join us in just a little bit. And then we have one of our First Mint community members, CannaBiss, live from Vegas, who was there, who stopped by the Top Shot booth this week, who's going to give us, a little lowdown on the sights and sounds of the Vegas experience that, unfortunately, most of us didn't get to go to, but we got to, watch the videos, look at the blogs, and, live vicariously through everybody else. And that's what we're going to do at the end of the show. Phil D, are you ready to get into it? Are you feeling good this week? Are the moth and the butterflies and the caterpillars okay?
Yeah, all of that is okay. I don't know if I should tell my story now. I'm a little nervous. It was really like a Maury or Jerry type moment, and I don't know how I feel. So you'll have to give me a bit of time, LG. Otherwise, I feel fantastic. And let's go, man.
Good. Okay, Phil has a story, and we're going to get to it in a bit. We're going to warm up a little bit with Luke Dick, and then maybe eventually Phil will tell us his story. So for now, welcome for his First Mint debut from the Top Shot community, Luke Dick. There he is.
Whoa. What the fuck is up, fellas?
Whoa! Comes in hot. Woo!
Luke, I like you asked me, you're like, can I swear on the show? And I was like, yeah, sure, man. We show the time. Literally the first word was like, what the fuck, man?
I'm just impressed you can say my name without laughing.
Oh, well, I mean, what's wrong with the name Luke?
I didn't even know that was your first name either.
Yeah, come on. What? Really?
Yeah,
I always use LG everywhere I go.
Come on,
man.
It's
Luke. It's Luke spelt with a G at the end. No, it's not true. That's not.
What's the G? What's the G for?
It's Luke. The G is for George. Which we brought that out on a podcast a while back with these guys, the Non-Fun Dribbles, because their names were Luke George and my name. Their names are Luke and George, and my name is Luke George. That's what the LG stands for. But,
George, very British.
I guess so. Yeah, we're French Canadian, so it's kind of I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how we ended up with that. But
All
Luke
right.
Dick live from Ireland. I'm assuming straight from Ireland. How's your night going, man? It's a late one for you.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm feeling great. Ready to go.
Yeah.
Luke, give us your thoughts immediately on the other stream going on right now at the exact same time as us. That was announced like 20 minutes ago, man. Give us your thoughts on that.
I can't say I'm shocked. I mean, I love NBA Top Shot. I absolutely love it, but this doesn't surprise me at all. You know what I mean? Like, late notice, haphazard, slightly disorganized, maybe.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Hey, Tyrese is an excellent guest. He's been a great ambassador for Top Shot.
Oh, absolutely.
So I feel like it's always pretty organized when he's
with
there.
a nice paycheck. Yes.
Well, I wonder if Hamilton even knew.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't even know he was going to be on. But no, that's all right. That happens. I don't. Basketball players are hard to nail down, so I'm sure that's when he was available. But that's all good. Of course, we got a good show. And Luke, while we're talking about disruptive Top Shot stuff, you're here for a very specific reason. You're going to hang out for rapid fire. But before we get to that, you got to tell us what is going on with the Seeing Stars Discord.
Uh-oh.
So I've been thinking about how I'll even tell you about it. But you guys have to understand that I've been in this bubble of like NFTs, Twitter, going through all that. And I've got one WhatsApp group. I don't even know if you know what WhatsApp is.
Whoa, come on, man.
I don't know if you use it. I don't know what the fuck you use over there.
We use ICQ here, man, not WhatsApp.
So, yeah, whatever. So I have like a group of like 4 or 5 friends. Dirk, Niall, and Eddie. There's just like a few of us, and we talk about it like every other day kind of thing. So, but I've got way into it more than they have. So even articulating everything just feels weird because I've never really spoken any of this shit out. My whole life, like half of my life has been like digital for the past like few months since I've got involved in it. So it's a bit strange talking about it. But I don't even know where to start, man. It all started as a joke. I was talking about, I just finished a set, so I guess I'll start there. My collection had no orientation and no strategy to it. I was just kind of getting moments I liked and all that kind of shit. Which is bullshit as well, in my opinion. You get the moments that you like, but also that might make you a bit of money. But I started getting the Seeing Stars because I thought that was one of the best sets. And I'm not made of money like half these guys in the NFT scene are. So I was thinking like LeBron and Durant are way out of my reach. Even when they came down, like Durant came down like 160, LeBron came down to under 300. So I was like, that's still like just too much money for me to throw in because I'd already thrown in too much anyway back in March. So it was a bad time to come in. So I started collecting them just over a month or two. And then one of the biggest legends, I don't know if you guys know him, he's Nate Lawson. Do you know him? I don't know if you do. He's an OG collector from like way back last year.
How does LG not know him? LG's an
what?
OG
Hold
collector.
on. What is his? Is he just goes by Nate Lawson, right?
Nate Lawson, yeah.
What does he go by in Discord? Hold on. There's always a difference. There's always people show up in Discord as a completely different person, and people always tell me they're like, "Hey, I was just talking to you on Twitter," and I'm like, "I don't know. You can't change your name, man." Yeah,
I was just telling him before this started, like this wouldn't be happening without you because he basically Girl Dad put up a tweet and he was kind of going back and forth with Girl Dad, and I kind of gave him a bit of shit back, and he added me, and we started talking in DMs and stuff, and we started like getting on really well, and he just gifted me like 4 or 5 Series 1s, Charlotte Hornets, like $100 of moments just out of nowhere, and then basically over the following weeks and months, he's probably gifted me about $2,000 worth of moments. Wow. Like crazy shit.
Wow, Girl Dad.
No, not Girl Dad. Nate Lawson.
Girl Dad.
Oh,
man.
okay. I was like, Girl Dad did all that for you. So Nate did. Okay. I follow you now. It makes way more sense.
he gave me my first MGLEs and stuff and everything. It's just like a Jokic, like Cam Reddish and stuff. But anyway, so it was just crazy, right? And then I got the Durant because I sold the Jordan Nwora for like $140 or something, like the 5 Badger when it was. This is a long-winded story. I'll get to the point.
That's all right, man. You take your time.
LG tuned out a long time ago. You can tell he's thinking about girl dad. So
no, I'm pulling up nice tweets to show, and I went in the Seeing Stars Discord so we could pull it up on screen. Okay.
So yeah. So basically, got the Durant, and Nate must have known that I needed the LeBron to finish it. I remember what the conversation was like, but basically I woke up the next morning, or actually what I said to him, I'm going to have to sell this Nikola Jokic to get this LeBron. I just want to be transparent with you because although you gifted me it and it's amazing, like, and it's one of 2 MGLEs, this LeBron will actually finish my set, and that's huge. So he was like, yeah, okay, whatever, right? So I put it on for like $5 over the market, lowest ask or whatever, and woke up the next morning, the wee red dot was on my like icon, so I was like, oh fuck, it's sold. So I went in to look, and it wasn't sold. I'd been gifted to fucking LeBron from Seeing Stars.
Wow.
So that's like $60 moment, so fucking crazy. So I complete it, and I'm like, holy shit, this is wild. And I joked like in a tweet, like, oh, like I'm starting my own unofficial club, like the Seeing Stars Monster Club or whatever, like from Space Jam, basically like the Monsters. And it was all a joke, but then loads of people just started being like, oh yeah, I want into this club, and I was like, it's not a fucking club. I was joking, but and then loads of people just started commenting and saying I went into this club, and I was like joking about like this like Greek god being over there at the pearly gates, ready to fucking inscribe your name into this golden book to get you into the club and stuff. So set up a Twitter group, which is a capacity of like 50 people that filled up in about 15 minutes. And then we were all just like, we have to do a Discord. So I'd been on different Discords and stuff, but I've never fucking started one or managed one. So as I was cooking dinner, I'm like one hand with my phone and one hand cooking dinner, and just trying to create this Discord as I'm doing it and asking questions. So get it set up. A few people joined me, a few moderators I got in who helped. And there's over 300 members, and we only started about 7-8 days ago. So a lot of people are just loving the fact that, like, I don't know if you call this utility, but it's definitely something that gives a bit of identity to the people who fucking put in so much money, 10 times more than I did, to get this set.
Luke, are you saying that people got kind of screwed by Seeing Stars?
Fucking right, you did. Not me though. And I wasn't even doing it like to kind of like put a bit of like solve on the wound or anything. I was just thinking it'd be cool to do in the end, and everyone's really enjoyed it and appreciated it. And we've got an artist doing some art for it, to have like an identifiable badge, and then we've got NFT Jeremy, who's going to make the badges hopefully, and just as part of just as a bit of utility, I guess, just to have something cool to come out of it. And then I've been on to Roham as well, who's messaged me back about getting some merchandise, and he's kind of okayed it. So we've got some merchandise on the way as well. So yeah, it's been pretty wild, to be honest, the past week. And I guess that's how I ended up here, because it's been noticed.
Someone just said, so much for rapid fire. Chat, this is not rapid fire, man.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Man. We're going to get to rapid fire, and rapid fire is going to be fast. We're getting Luke is telling us his long tail that ends in the Seeing Stars Discord.
Our chat is ruthless, man. It just don't wait.
So Luke, I got the Discord in here. I got it pulled up here. Tell me, so you guys are making merch, you're working on a logo, you're getting approval. You guys are making your own utility, kind of like, what's the goal here? Because you're pretty much, what you're trying to do is rally everybody together who's got the Seeing Stars set, who's been holding it, who felt like there should have been more done with this, who felt like they were promised some stuff by Top Shot, maybe hasn't been delivered. Very eerily similar to Cool Cats. Is that what's going on here in the Discord? What are we looking at?
Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely about giving the Seeing set our Seeing Stars set a bit of a voice and seeing if we can actually be heard. That's definitely part of it. Then the other part's just kind of creating a more kind of
nothing there.
finer community as well, because you can just get lost in the ether of whatever the hell Top Shot is. You know, it's just crazy. You can kind of like create some sort of branch and have some people who can identify with that a bit more. It definitely creates an actual community rather than just a bunch of people just talking shit.
Somebody's asking me how many I have. I have 20 out of 27. Actually, I'm pretty close. Yeah, I'm actually pretty close. I didn't want to finish my set before having you on, because then people will be like, hey, you bought all these $12 moments and then you promoted it. So yeah. I will be finishing my set later. But I will tell you, I did the 2 challenges. I did the LeBron and the KD, and have watched everything kind of drop in value since. So I like it. I like the club, and I feel like we've often talked, Luke, about there being many clubs like this in Top Shot, a bunch of different kind of sub communities of people that love certain sets, and also hoping that eventually, they're using the CollabLand integration for the 9 Lives Lounge right now, hoping that, that integration becomes available to everybody else. So you could gate this Discord properly, or even people could gate Discords like, hey, this is for people that only own, 5 LeBron moments or more, or some other kind of integration like that. So I like this. I like this start, and hope it grows for you guys, man. Yeah. Before we get into rapid fire, Luke, where can people find the Seeing Stars Discord?
Apparently the link that I have on my profile is actually out of date or whatever. So
yeah, your pinned tweet doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't.
Come on, man.
I didn't know they went out of date. So it's just fucking fine, and you'll get it.
Nice. Okay.
Someone said, LG, I know you can pull up pictures in a heartbeat. Somebody says that Luke looks like Val Venus. I don't even know where people come up with this. Is there a picture of Val Venus we can pull up on the screen? Someone said, Luke,
there is.
It's Val Venus in the Discord.
Look like Val Venus. Former wrestler Val Venus. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, it is not.
Whoa! Wow!
That is not look at all this guy. Come on, who said that?
I don't know. You got to scroll up in the chat, but somebody said that. Morgan Riley. Well, our chat's drugged tonight, man.
Oh my god, I love it. Okay, Luke, love the initiative, love the community. Your Twitter handle is Luca B, same thing as your handle right here. So, folks, if you're holding the Seeing Stars set, or you want to join that community, feel like you're hearing some good stuff, might be the new Cool Cats or whatever, find this man on Twitter. Luke, you're gonna hang out for a little bit more because we have only a few minutes left to do rapid fire before we move on to the next guest. So let's get to it. Right into it. Cool Cats. Speaking of gated Discords, Cool Cats, I've been hearing, has been a fun time. Phil D, you famously jettisoned out of Cool Cats months ago. Personally, as I have been telling some people, I jettisoned out of Cool Cats literally the day before the integration was announced. And that's because I'd been, decided to refocus some of my collection into Series 1. I saw the market was percolating, and Cool Cats got the axe. And now, don't know if that's looking like the smart move. Luke, are you a Cool Cats holder? Are you a Cool Cats man?
No, I've got 2 of the rewards, but that's about it. I think I have like 5 or 6 overall.
Okay. Phil, do you have any regret from your Cool Cats abandonment from back in the day?
I don't have any regrets, and I don't have any Cool Cats left, like not even one. Although I am going to be collecting every possible Raptors moment eventually. So that means I'll have to grab the Fred VanVleet that's in there. Although I'm trying to stay away, because you know me, I was Mr. Cool Cats. And yeah, things went south in a hurry when
hey, you were until the end. Even after you got out, you were still making theories. So that's fine. You could still cover it without participating.
I love master challenges. I hope they come back. Jacob said they were done forever pretty much, but yeah, I hope they come back. But they seem to have some pretty decent utility, and yeah, you bailed at the wrong time, but I'm sure you made a nice little profit on it. Still doesn't matter. It is what it is.
Totally.
The chances were crazy as well. That was where you just had to kind of guess what they were going to use, and then everyone just bought them up, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, and it was like the theories were amazing because it was like children of former NBA players, like buzzer beaters, and then somebody had like cat tattoos as a theory.
And the game winners never happened.
The game winners never happened. I bought so many of them, and they never happened.
I wasn't in on that one, but I had people swearing up and down that was going to be used in one of the challenges, and it never was, man. They strayed away from everything we kind of broke as rumors. So who knows?
Well, there is one person at the First Mint who, despite one of their most famous tweets about Top Shot and buying on Top Shot, is still a Cool Cats holder. Let's get him in here. Quad, are you here? Where is he? There he is. Quad.
I'm here.
The only thing that Quad holds on Top Shot apparently is Cool Cats. So Quad, you're in the Nine Lives Lounge. What is going on in the Soho house of NBA Top Shot right now?
Nine Lives Lounge is pretty cool so far. I'm a big fan of the utility that they've announced so far. We've got jersey giveaways. Today they're giving away 19 Cool Cats 1-packs. Everybody's going to get an infinite object that I hope has the LaMelo moment on the front. And then I know on the back, it does have like a custom like Cool Cats backing. And so I'm happy I kept this set. This is like, they said it was going to be the Soho house. And so I was like, hey, I would be kind of silly to sell this set off because it just gets you the access, right? And I think that this group that holds this set now are a bunch of people that have been in Top Shot for a while and have kind of proven like, hey, we're not just here for the money anymore. And like, this is the type of like access that we're looking for in terms of collecting. And so, I'm happy with the Nine Lives Lounge. I hope they keep working on the Nine Lives Lounge. And I know that they've also mentioned some crossovers to their other projects. So maybe we get a LaMelo Genie's avatar or something like that coming on soon.
No. I don't know. Hey, Roham is having his big meetings right now with the head of the Genie's project. So you never know. He even tweeted earlier that he landed in Vancouver. See you soon, Roham. That was huge, man. People were like freaking out, dude. So yeah, you know what though, Quad, I have to ask you since you're in there. Are you rubbing elbows with like famous cats in there? Are people showing you their cats? Like, what's the story? Is there anything special going on there? Like, seriously, you know how the First Mint Discord has a special section called Views, and people post all sorts of stuff in there. Mm-hmm. Are people posting pictures of their cats in the Cool Cats Discord?
I think most of the cats in the Cool Cats Discord have used their 8 lives already. They're worried about losing that 9th, and so it's just a lot of very positive discussion in the Cool Cats Discord now.
Wow.
And just,
so it's all serious.
Well, it not necessarily all serious, but it's I feel like all of the people in there have been in Top Shot for a while. So it's a pretty educated discussion when it comes to the current state of anything.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, Quad. You know, I always respect and value your opinion, but everything you just said sounds like Jacob wrote it for you.
Oh, play that clip from Billy Madison now. Everything you just said.
He was going to write it for me.
That was the most like polite Quad has ever been. He's like the Nine Lives Lounge is a wonderful place for collectors to connect with each other. And
sounds like the voice at Six Flags when you're on the roller coaster.
Hey, let's be honest. I'm here for the giveaways. Okay, like let's be completely honest. We all know I'm here for the giveaways. I love physical stuff.
I'm sorry, Quad. Quad, you can be very eloquent. Actually, you're good.
Wow, does that surprise you? Is that like?
Listen, I didn't know Magic Card. I didn't know Magic Card players could speak in public.
I'm never gonna let Blake live that down. I don't know how this Magic Card thing has caught
I was ripping on you today, Quad. I'm sorry, man.
Stone cold.
You got into the feature projects like the UFC Flow.
I'd be cool.
Oh, the Panini drop.
Oh, I did.
Oh no, with Dapper Labs.
No, because Dapper's working on the UFC project. I don't know when that's coming.
That's on the back burner, man.
Well, yeah, but I signed it a while back, and they sent me an email, and I had to fill out like non-disclosure stuff and everything, so I got through.
Yeah, but Luke, I know what happened. You got the email saying, "Hey, we're looking for like special testers." You signed up for it, and absolutely nothing happened after that.
No,
Is
no,
that
no.
correct?
After that, I got an email, non-disclosure. Like I had to sign it. I had to
Wow.
sign and everything. Yeah. So I mean, I don't think it's close. I think it is on the back burner for now with this genie stuff coming out. But I got to know.
Maccabeard is saying we all got that. I don't remember.
Maccabeard just Habib'd you, Luke. Absolutely Habib'd you right out of the ring, buddy.
I literally put that out there the other day, and like one person came back saying, "Oh, that's so
Oh,
all right, Quad, you're having fun in Cool Cats. That's the end of the story, right?
Now, if I don't win, if I don't win any of the giveaways, I won't be having fun. Okay.
Yeah, just destroy it.
Burn it to the ground.
Okay. All right. Next topic. We got Jordan and Jeff from Nifty's waiting in the wings. So we got to move on. Next we have. Oh, there goes Quad. Okay, Las Vegas. Luke, have you ever been to the U.S. or to Vegas? Have you ever traveled west?
Yeah. My sister lives in Reno, Nevada, so actually pretty close.
No way.
wow.
Really?
Man.
So I've been out to the West Coast about 8 or 9 times. A lot.
Oh, right on, man.
Okay, I tried to get out this month, but I'll get out this Christmas when hopefully they'll have those kiosks up, which I see is up later. So I'll talk about that later.
That's cool, man. That's great. Phil D, did the Vegas experience give you some FOMO? I know it's an obvious question, but give me your thoughts. I talked on the podcast yesterday about how I was kind of uncertain if, I'm still kind of jury's out for me. It looks cool, but I'm just wondering if that's going to be the right approach about, kind of approaching fans. But Phil D, tell me your thoughts now that, Top Shot is kind of wrapped up in Vegas.
Well, we talked about it on Spaces the other day. FOMO, not really, because it's like, you know what? I don't really care. It's not a big deal. I expect them to do that in a lot of arenas next year. Maybe go on some kind of tour. Every city gets that booth once in the season. So I had more of a panic trying to buy all the Raptors moments, thinking that maybe when they do come to town, if you have all the Raptors moments, every single one or something like that, the entire team set, you'll be in some kind of private suite or you'll be eligible for a contest or something like that. I think there'll be some kind of utility there. But the people who did go there, and some flew out there after seeing the booth. I'm not kidding. There's a couple on Twitter that flew out the very next morning, realizing that they could probably score a nice little profit with the moments that they were grabbing there. And I think it was John Boy on Twitter who's actually asking people, where do you live? Post your city, and I'll tell you if the trip to Vegas would have been EV plus, counting airlines, hotels, and selling all the moments you were able to buy. And the highest one I saw was like EV plus like $1,100. I don't even know how that's possible, but and then anyone in Australia, New Zealand, he was straight up shutting down, saying not allowed in. Or
no. Well, yeah, it was gonna be a little hard for them to travel
or some crap like that. But yeah, no, I mean it was pretty cool to see. I was a big fan of what they did. I would love to see the numbers on how many new users signed up and what that looks like, and if they made more purchases after signing up. Or, I would love to see the activity of all the new users after signing up at the booth. And, of course, our friend Packrip was there. He had to reveal his identity. I know that wasn't his probably first choice, but he had remained completely anonymous until then. But then they put him on blast that one morning with the Top Shot, like, oh, here's our booth. And he was like the first guy with his Knicks shirt and everything. So he had to come out, man. But I thought it was a cool event. I just can't wait to meet people in real life. So for me, it looked like a really cool event to be at.
I think they said first day they got 10,000 extra new users, I think.
That's crazy. That's really a lot.
How many people actually go to Summer League like on any given day? That's more my question. Because those because the UNLV arena, I mean, I'm assuming it's pretty big. Get a hold pretty decent amount, right? So okay. Last thing for you guys. The word kiosk. I've been pulling a very Phil D move this week where I'm trying to make this a thing that they called it a kiosk, but no one cares but me. But Luke, maybe you do. Okay. I'm just going to bring this up. When I think kiosk, okay, when I hear the word kiosk, or even when you type it into Google, this is what I think. Okay. Kiosk.
Right.
This type of,
like a lemonade stand?
A lemonade stand or something like that. But then Top Shot has this, okay? Has this like freaking awesome looking, like futuristic thing. You could call this like the grid or like the cave or like the locker room.
Zach goes, it's where you fix your phone screen for cheap.
Luke, what do you? Am I just out on my own here, just obsessed with the word kiosk?
Yeah, I guess it's pretty singular when you. That definitely looks like a huge booth or freaking arcade to me. So
Yeah, arcade. Yeah, some kind of
I
arcade or something like that.
think you one actually
What's that, Luke? What'd you say?
calling it the locker room, Top Shot locker room.
Should have called it the litter box or something like that for cool cats. Like,
Phil D, what do you think? What do you think? Am I totally out here that this is a kiosk and the Top Shot thing? Like, I want it to feel more like, future-y.
Yeah, but what would you have called it? Like, I mean, it is still a kiosk, although a kiosk for me is smaller. It's not a big setup like that. But the word, I mean, you still know what they're saying when they say kiosk. You're not looking for a tiny little stand somewhere. I mean, it's so out there that it doesn't really matter. No, you did pull a Phil D there. You're making a bigger deal, LG, out of this, and it really is. I never thought twice about the word kiosk and that it wasn't appropriate for this. But I would have played around with it a bit. Litter box, not really. It's like that's where cats take dumps and stuff like that. But
okay, all right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Thanks for clarifying what a litter box is. Yeah, I didn't.
Where's Luke?
I didn't remember.
He probably has a kiosk in his house.
He's gone. Well, we're at the end of rapid fire. We got Jordan and Jeff coming up in a second. Luke promised he'd do a giveaway, but now he's gone. So I don't even know what he's going to give away or what he's going to do. But chat, either way, we're going to need your. There he is. He's back.
Just had to check on the kids. Sorry.
Oh, are they okay?
Real dick move. Someone just said in the chat there. Fuck you.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's going to be the hashtag. Luke, what are you giving away? Chat, you got to type in hashtag real dick move.
Wow.
While they're doing that, Luke, tell them what they're going to win.
Yeah. Let me have a quick look.
You don't even know what you're giving away.
Look, he's scrolling through his moments right now. He's like, what kind of garbage moment can I give away?
LeBron away? He's going to give the LeBron Sing Stars away. That's for sure.
I'll give away. Let me see.
And we got a lot of real dick moves.
Oh, the chat's alive now. The viewers are going up. I don't know if Top Shot stream is wrapping up or what, but
I'll give away a John Morant 15K LE.
Whoa,
hey, that's nice.
That's pretty good.
So decent. So that's what I'll give away right there.
All right, Quad, let us know when one of these folks has won. Oh, yeah. This is the alley-oop. Yeah, of course. Yeah, this is the game we came back from his ankle injury. I love that moment, man. Are you – T-Grizz 007 has won.
That was quick.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa.
Chat, you can stop. Oh, there you go. And T-Grizz 007, send us a DM on Twitter and we'll link you up with Luke. Or send Luke a DM. Either one.
It's Luke 11, by the way. There's 11 at the end of mine. I think my Twitter handle is throwing.
They'll find you, man. They'll find you through us and through all the work you've been doing.
I just saw Top Shot Fiasco go by the screen right now. They had the wrong answer for one of the trivia questions, so they said they will accept both answers.
Phil, are you watching the other stream
I'm
on your phone?
I've got notifications from Top Shot. This is how I know what they're doing at all times. So I just saw a flash on my screen. Oops, we will accept that answer as well. What a disaster. Yeah. All right.
Okay, Luke, it's been a pleasure, my man. Thank you for coming on. Luca Beast 11 on Twitter. If you guys got Seeing Stars, you got the FOMO with the Seeing Stars. This is the man you got to go see. And who knows what kind of big things they're going to get up to in that community.
Appreciate it, fellas.
All right. Have a good night, man.
Easy.
Woo. Man. All right. Phil D. Phil D. If you want to watch the other stream on your phone while I talk to Jordan and Jeff, that's fine. You know, everybody will be offended.
I would never pick anyone over our chat. Our chat is the most entertaining part of this entire show. Not us, LG. I'm actually following. If you see my eyes moving around, I'm not checking NFL scores tonight. None of that stuff. I'm actually looking at the chat and getting a bunch of DMs from people with some crazy stuff to say, but I'll keep that.
The only thing that ever took priority, Phil D, was the Toronto Maple Leafs playoff.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a whole other story. And they've got that documentary on Amazon coming out. I don't know if you saw the commercial for that, but I'm pretty stoked for that.
Wait, which one? Not Mal. You're not talking about Malice at the Palace, are you?
No. They Amazon always has this series every year where they follow a sports team. I forgot what it's called. Something. It's like the equivalent of Hard.
It's kind of Hard Knocks. Yeah.
But they follow a sports team. It was the Eagles one year. Then they got soccer teams. They picked the Leafs this year. And they just show like Dubas in the back, like going crazy, saying he's sick of this and all this. Man, they picked the right season. Let's be honest. Where there was a lot of frustration. So
we want to see that.
Pretty cool show. Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's get to the next guests. Their first mint debut, of course, and the two guys behind the platform Nifties that you may know from the Space Jam drop and the Damien Hirst drop as well. Please welcome Jordan and Jeff. Hey.
Whoa, finally. Finally. Man, what's going on, guys?
Chilling. How you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing great. I mean, this is kind of like the summer league for us right now. It's kind of the Top Shot off season for us a little bit, but we cover everything. So that's why we're so excited to have you guys on. And we wish it could have been done a couple weeks ago, obviously, when the movie was released and there was tons of hype around it, which there still is. I mean, kids are watching this thing over and over and over again. I know my kids are. They've got that little box and they're able to get it on the box. So they watched it a couple times. And we're just happy to have you guys here. So welcome to the First Mint live show.
Thanks very much for having us. When I was at the NBA, we used to say there is no off season.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
I like it. Yeah,
but
wow. You know, that's why I called it the summer league. So,
well, Top Shot has been demonstrating that as well. Where it was like, I was like, great. You know, I even tweeted this the other day. I was like, great. Like, I thought that Top Shot's gonna have this off season, and I can after the festival I can go rest. And then it was like literally the next day they're like, hey,
there is no rest.
Here's all this crazy shit. I will also tell you guys, just so you're in the know, that clapping you saw are actual audience members. Those are actual members of the First Mint community, of the Top Shot community. Who all sent us in their submissions to be featured in that video. So those are real people watching the show right now. But guys, would love to know. Phil has been much closer to the Nifties drop in Space Jam than I have. Mainly I've been, heads down for the last 2 months just planning this festival. So I'd love, for me, who isn't as close, to hear from you guys, like what Nifty is all about, what you guys got planned, how it got started, kind of the whole story.
That's a big question.
We'll take. Okay, I have a problem. I asked like eight questions in one question. So
I think if you tell us how it got started, guys, because for all of us, it just came out of nowhere, and the minute the word spread, like people lost their minds. I couldn't even keep up in DMs, and people actually lost it. Then the site probably was overwhelmed. So yeah, tell us how it all came about and the decision to kind of just drop that bomb that one day.
So I was at the NBA the last 8 years, and I was involved in Top Shot when I was there. So that gave me my first exposure to NFTs. Jordan is an OG NFT guy. You guys know that, of course. He and I met just this winter, and with a few other partners, had kind of a shared idea of where this whole NFT revolution was going. And in a word, I mean, you guys represent this perfectly. It's community. So we wanted to create a platform that embraced community. It was a place where, not only could you do something like Top Shots, but it could live alongside another project. And you could imagine a proliferation of these projects, these NFT communities that were interacting with each other and becoming one large community. So we formed a team, and, we got some partners and some backing, and we kind of kept it a little quiet at first, and then we just we dropped it.
Nice.
I would say that's an understatement. You kept it quiet, because we usually get some sort of heads up on these things, and people kind of message us asking what's going on, and they kind of we get all the rumor mills. Put it that way. But it was a surprise to me as much as it was anyone else.
You can beat the rumor mill if you go fast enough, and we were moving really fast.
That was good. I mean, it actually worked, and the timing was actually really good because, I mean, what was the official launch date? I don't remember that.
July 12th.
July 12th. Okay,
exactly,
so about
a month ago.
About a week after the movie came out, which is great. And what was the original reaction? I guess you guys were probably watching.
It was the week of the movie launch.
So, 16th. Oh, wow. I thought it was out earlier than that. Okay, yeah. So before. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it was the reaction was overwhelming. I mean, both literally and figuratively. We did not expect LeBron, for example, to see it and repost it the way that he did, and so we got a lot of people come through. But it was extraordinary. We had about 92,000 NFTs available, and those were gone in 15 hours. And if you guys were trying to sign up for the site and get them during that time, it wasn't a smooth experience. So you could only imagine if it had been smooth, how quickly we would have distributed 92,000 NFTs, which is a lot. So the response was overwhelming and continues to be great. And we've got a lot more that we're planning for it.
I think, guys, to be honest with you, and this is my personal preference, I kind of like it like that. Most NFT drops, or there's that many NFTs and they're sports related, they don't go that well. And I don't mind, because you're right. You just said it, Jeff. You said it. Had it gone well and it was really smooth, those would be gone immediately. And then the West Coast people wouldn't have had a fair shot. A lot of upset people. A lot of people ended up getting one because of the issues. They were able to Royal Rumble their way to getting as many as they could, right?
We didn't like that. We didn't like that.
No, I know you guys didn't. I
did.
It's
go a lot smoother in the future.
It was an all-out war, but then you would know you got one because you were able to share it, and it would show up on the site out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. But where was the decision made? And I guess you guys probably know this. I mean, you could have easily sold a bunch, but I think people were able to get, in the end, everyone was able to get 3 free ones, and you could buy one with the option of buying one the next day, but you never made it to the next day, right? I think they were all gone by a certain time.
We made it, I think, to a little after midnight West Coast time.
That's right. Yeah. So where was the decision made that you would, you could have easily said, hey, we're going to give 1 free and you got to buy the rest. But I think people ended up getting 3 free and then had to buy the 4th one if they got a 4th one.
Jordan, you want to walk through that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's also worth pointing out that we launched our platform that very same day. So we launched Nifty.com. Nifties.com is a social network, early stages of a social community platform for NFTs. What a better way to launch than with Space Jam's first NFT. It's actually Warner Brothers' first NFT from the entire studio, so it was quite a drop. So the whole idea was to launch this platform, kind of seed it with a bunch of content, and then we were lost my train of thought. The whole idea was to make it super easy, super casual. We're walking this fine line between kind of acknowledging the benefits of NFTs. Like, these are not just pictures on a centralized server somewhere. So we wanted to acknowledge the benefits of actual crypto and decentralization. So we're building on the blockchain. We're building on the Palm blockchain in this case. And so we could have just done something that was completely centralized, and you just sign up with you log in with Facebook or something, and you're able to claim these digital images. But we wanted to be pure NFTs. So we wanted to bridge that with an amazing user experience for new people that haven't been able to collect NFTs yet. Warner Brothers was driving a bunch of traffic to the site. So we had this interesting challenge of maintaining the crypto ethos and the decentralized nature, where the user holds their own private keys and all the crypto nerdy stuff, right? But at the same time, making it really easy to use. It's something that no one's really done before. Obviously, with Top Shots, they've done an amazing job of getting so many users into NFTs. But actually building on a sidechain of Ethereum called Palm was a tremendously ambitious undertaking. So that's why, just even despite some of these issues, almost everybody had a hard time, especially in the early hours. It really showed the passion that community has for NFTs and for this title in general.
Well, Jordan, you guys didn't just drop, like, I will say, totally. First of all, you're not the first ones to experience issues launching a product on NFTs. So it's like, you give yourselves a break. I'd say anybody who's building an NFT platform right now is literally contributing to building like the infrastructure, especially through troubleshooting, that everyone else is going to follow in the future. So it's like, you know, it was brave enough to try and do it regardless. Then you guys have gotten this far.
Are you saying we're the canaries in the coal mine?
No, you're like you're the miners, and sometimes the mine collapses, but then everybody on the outside is like, oh, okay, shit, we should build the mine that way.
Yeah, you know, the mine was crumbling around us for about.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous to do it that way. So let's try a different way. And those guys. That's kind of what you get. No, but that's kind of what Top Shot went through as well, right? Where they just got skewered so many times for drops, and you know, you guys are keeping on a side chain, which obviously tries to alleviate, I'm assuming, some of the transaction fees. But I will say, what you're describing, that's super ambitious to me, to not only be launching your platform, not only be using a huge IP like Space Jam that also has its own big release and one of the first movies back in theaters as well, that's supposed to be a blockbuster. Not only is that IP now associated with another IP of LeBron, so you could say, really, how many IPs in the NFT space have, like, you know, outside of Top Shot, have LeBron, but then also the, you know, ethos of Michael Jordan as well, right? Which is, he's obviously not featured in the movie, but you know, you can't talk about Space Jam without him. So you have that, and then the part I didn't know was that Warner Brothers was like, hey, everybody, go to this site and go get the NFT. And you gave it away for free. So that's like, that to me is like this compound effect that totally, I think, gives you guys, you know, a nice little break there in terms of
when you put it that way. Yeah.
That's tough, man. You know what I mean? And it's like Top Shot had trouble nailing drops when it was their 10th drop, and it was the same users, and it was a same old pack, right? Whereas this, it's like you guys kind of compounded that into something pretty ambitious.
Totally. And you know, Palm also launched at the same time, the sidechain. So it's like you know, the launch pad was being built while the rocket was being built, while the fuel was being loaded, while it was in the sky. Yeah. But it was all good, man. I mean, you know, look, we knew what we were doing was ambitious, and we knew that it was going to be a little bit risky, but we wanted it to be really smooth, and it wasn't as smooth as we wanted it to be. But it's all good. I mean, the community has embraced it like really well, and it's just extraordinary. The kind of patience that you're showing for us, you know, and the kind of understanding we've just seen in every corner of this community. It's incredible. So we're not going to be shy. We're going to continue to be ambitious. We've got some other incredible things coming up, including related to Space Jam and some other cool stuff. So I don't know if you've been to the platform recently, but it works great. It's beautiful, and there's more every day.
Great. Go ahead, Phil.
I think that's the big question, guys, because I'm not going to lie. We do get a ton of questions. We did tell a lot of our listeners and viewers that you guys were coming on, and we throw some of them at you. Even the chat right now wants to know, is there a roadmap for this Space project? You just teased right now, Jeff, that there may be something else Space Jam related, because, you know, a lot of these drops, people get the impression that it's a one drop. They take your money, and then there's nothing after. We don't hear from the developers again, and it's just the marketplace ends up dying. So if you guys have any sort of roadmap, our listeners would love to hear if you can say or what you can say. We'd love to know what. Well,
the first clue is we really didn't take any of your money because we gave it away for free.
That's true. That's very true. And we said that about the first Mint Fest when people are so upset about all sorts of different stuff. It's like, you didn't really pay, so relax for a second, okay? You got thousands and thousands of dollars into this thing, all right? So just chill.
Here's what I'll say, because I don't want, you know, we're, as you noted, we're like pretty good at, you know, keeping things close to our vest. But what I'll say is we didn't build Nifties to do drops. In fact, like I don't use the word drops that much when we talk about this at Nifties, because I like to think like drop to me is a word. I mean, I think drop is a cool word, but like the implication is like, okay, you dropped it and you moved on. Like for me, like, we're holding on, and we build communities. So I want to see Space Jam become a community. I want to see everything that we do become a community at some level. And not much to say about that, but we'll have announcements soon about, you know, where Space Jam goes from here. But we're going to do more cool stuff with it.
Nice.
That's awesome, man. Very
nice.
Cool.
And I like, maybe you can tease about it, but I mean, if you're working with Warner Brothers, then I can only imagine what else that could maybe mean, or maybe something you guys are working on as well. But there's a lot more to unlock. And I think in general, people in the NFT space, you know, we've seen some big stores of intellectual property come into the space, but there's also some glaring omissions of ones that aren't there. Right. So you know, anything kind of movie studio.
Well, really, you know, it's
exciting for me.
When I was at the NBA, you know, I was part of the team that I ran the blockchain group, right? So I was part of the team that identified Dapper Labs and helped us go down the path of creating Top Shot. So I was evaluating this ecosystem for companies that we, the NBA, could partner with. And what I found was there actually weren't as many as you might think. And I think that's actually still true today. There are some great companies in the NFT ecosystem doing some awesome things. But brands like the NBA need certain things. Dapper Labs does a tremendous job. They were a great pick. That's the one decision that we made, you know, that like they just ran with it and did, I think, a beautiful job. And the NBA is doing a great job supporting it, you know, on a continuous basis. But we're trying to be, Nifty's is trying to be the kind of company that can continue to help bring some of those great IPs into this amazing space and do what Jordan said earlier. You know, like it's like we want to support the ethos of blockchain and be decentralized and give real ownership to people on one hand. On the other hand, how do we make this easy enough where anybody can do it? And just to give you a little bit of an interesting fact, we had ended up with about 200,000 people in about a week or two who ended up with NFTs, and most of them, it was their first NFT. And 47% were women. And that's amazing. Like in the NFT world, in the crypto world, it's amazing. That's a lot of new people entering this space through this kind of thing. Now, it was not as easy as we wanted it to be, but I think, you know, that if you understand that's our ethos, that's what we're trying to do, trying to bring people in, then that can make everything that we're doing in the NFT space bigger, right? It can make Top Shot bigger. It can make everything bigger. So really excited to be part of that. Just trying to do our part there.
Very cool.
I think also one more thing about that, Jeff, is you said a lot of people got their first NFTs, and that's true. But a lot of people actually had an actual chance at, say, a legendary or something really special. And we've been in contact. We actually had a couple of guys on our show a few weeks ago who ended up getting one of the legendary LeBrons. And these guys couldn't be more stoked, right? I don't know their backgrounds. I don't know if they're on Top Shot or what they do on Top Shot. But, you know, it's not every day you can pull, you know, NFTs have taken off since you've been able to access. When LG started in Top Shot, he was able to get all sorts of stuff, you know, some big moments that are worth a ton now. But now it's impossible because everybody's onto these things. So for people, just an average Joe saying, that's no offense to these guys because we know them well. I'm just saying, I call myself an average Joe. I don't own anything special on Top Shot. It's really cool, I think, that they're able to, you know, to grab something like that and now wonder what's in the future. But I think they still want to know more. I know you guys keep things really close now. Can you at least tell us, will these moments have some sort of utility? I think that's what people want to know. People are still asking us. I see it in the chat right now. I'm getting a lot of messages. Will there be utility for these Space Jam NFTs that everyone has in their collections right now?
You're going to be able to do stuff with those NFTs.
Okay. Hey, that's something. All right.
I stay away from the word utility because it's such a loaded word in this world. But you're going to be able to do stuff with those NFTs.
Awesome.
You may not be going to LeBron's for a barbecue if you own one of the legendaries or something like that, but yeah, I get it, man. That's very, very cool stuff, guys, and we appreciate you guys obviously coming on and discussing it with us. Now, LG, did we have anything else for Jeff and Jordan?
Well, I'm pretty sure you prepared some trivia.
Oh no, I didn't do no trivia.
Well, I mean, if you guys are familiar with Space Jam, it shouldn't be a problem. I don't know if you are or not, but hold on.
It's
gonna be a problem. Okay, so we'll try and keep it really easy, and the chat's gonna help. The chat's gonna help you guys, so you guys can cheat. Look at the chat. I think some people will.
You can't cheat. There's no cheating.
They just said they probably won't know, but that's okay. All right, we'll start with an easy one here. What is the name of the Looney Tunes basketball team?
Come on, this is for us.
That's for you guys. Yes.
That's the easiest.
God, what the hell? I'm almost embarrassed to answer. That's Toon Squad. Come on.
Okay. All right.
Monstars.
Okay. I'll go back to the first one. I don't know how familiar you guys are with the first one, but what was Michael Jordan's jersey number in the first Space Jam movie?
How could it not be Oh, I guess it wasn't. I guess it was a. This is a trick question.
Right? So 45, maybe.
I'll give you some options. There's 12, 00, 01, or 1, and 23. Come on, chat. I want to see those answers.
I can't believe he wouldn't do 23, but I'm gonna go with 0.
Yeah, there's something about 0 that seems familiar, but maybe not.
The chat is all over this. They're saying 23. You were originally correct. It is 23. So the original guess was a good one.
Man, I'm thinking like I'm taking a very advanced psychological exam. This is
messed up questions.
Okay, this one's a good one.
LG. What's writing on it?
What is the title of the movie?
Yeah, that'd be a good one. But here we go. Are you ready, chat? I don't even know if you'll get this. LG, you can participate as well. I'm anxious to see if you guys know this. What does Lola Bunny hate being called? I'll give you 4 options: babe, doll, baby, or sweetie.
In the first one? And you're talking about the first one or the second one?
Yeah, let's reference the first one.
I haven't seen the second one. It's definitely
the chat's,
the chat's getting it. I remember that part.
Bugs Bunny is like super old fashioned in the way he talks. So I'm gonna go with doll.
You got it. You guys are good. You guys are good because this is kind of throwing it back.
Yeah,
but we expect you to be good. That's
congrats. You know Michael Jordan's jersey number. Congratulations, guys. You're good.
All right.
You guys understand. Phil usually comes up with the most obscure trivia possible, and he's just serving you guys the biggest freebies.
No, this is good. I mean, like, what is at the end of this? We win something like awesome, right? Like a top
like a cool cat.
Yeah. I don't know. Cool
chat.
Wow.
The chat will win some moments. You will win moments for the chat.
That's even better.
These guys are like, oh, they didn't like that. They didn't like that. No, Jordan was like, oh, I want a moment.
All right, I got one here. True or false? Space Jam, the original movie, was the highest grossing basketball film of all time. You got to keep in mind, there's a couple other big ones out there.
When it came out or before or now?
Let's say these stats are probably within the last few years. So if we were to look at the stats of the highest grossing basketball movie a couple of years ago, what was the highest? Was it Space Jam? True or false?
I'm trying to think of what else. Like you got White Man Can't Jump. You got He Got Game. What else would be a big?
What about Like Mike with Lil Bow Wow? I feel like that. I feel like they marketed that like crazy to kids.
What about Air Bud?
Is that
Air Bud?
Is that movie where Shaq is like a genie? Is that considered a basketball movie?
Where was Larry Johnson? He was Grandmama right? In a movie, or was that in a show, LG?
That was in Family Matters.
Oh, yeah. All right, never
mind. That was Larry Johnson, by the way. Not
yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No, that's totally different.
Jordan, what's the other
Juana Man?
Like, is
Sixth Man
the most
Ray Allen movie? Which one was that?
People are going nuts in the chat.
Man, Just Los, who does our intro, who did the track for our intro, he just brought up The Sixth Man, which has to be one of my favorite movies ever, with Marlon Wayans, where he plays college. He plays for the Washington Huskies, and he plays with his brother. But then his brother dies, but comes back as a ghost and helps them win basketball games. The movie's incredible. It's definitely not the highest grossing by any means.
Wait. What about basketball? Does that fit in?
Oh man,
that's pretty good. That's a pretty.
I'm gonna say it's true. I think NBA. I think Space Jam was the biggest one.
You guys are absolutely sharp. It is the biggest one. I don't have the actual numbers for right now. This is like a couple years ago, but I think it grossed over in the early days over 100 million off the bat almost. And second place was White Men Can't Jump.
I was thinking White Men Can't Jump. Maybe
that's the one I was thinking because that one's still pretty popular now. So, So let me pick one more for you guys. You guys are probably the best we've had at trivia.
That's like.
Ever.
Like, literally usually go 1 for 5, man. What is Michael Jordan's jersey number? And I'm getting it wrong. So, damn.
Right.
Okay.
Which one of these famous basketball players or pro basketball players does not make an appearance in the original movie? Is it Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, Magic Johnson, or Patrick Ewing? Not Pac Rip. Patrick.
Come on.
I remember Bird. I remember Barkley.
Patrick Ewing's in it, I think. I think he's actually on the Monstars, isn't he?
Well, they take his powers, yeah.
So there you go. You got
chat's going nuts here.
Magic.
You got magic, right?
Definitely magic, without a doubt. Yeah.
Process of elimination. You are correct. It is Magic Johnson. So well done, guys. I'm not throwing any more at you guys. You guys absolutely killed it. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. Space Jam is very limited in trivia. If you know the Space Jam culture, which we expected you guys to know, you should do fine at this. And congrats to our chat. They were pretty good too.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the help in the chat. To be honest with you, I did peek once or twice.
I want you guys to know that there's a few movies that we missed in terms of basketball movies. One of them is Slam Dunk Ernest, like Ernest the Dude.
Oh no!
Oh, Ernest goes to jail. Yeah.
There's
Wow.
semi-pro with Will Ferrell is one of them, and Coach Carter with Samuel L. Jackson, where he's the coach, is also in there as.
Who do you think owns the rights to the Ernest franchise? That could be a pretty interesting NFT collection.
Yeah, it's a good point because he passed away like a while ago.
A lot of nostalgia there. A lot of,
so somebody, his family, or something like that, and also it lists Finding Forrester, which I guess they play basketball in that movie, but it's more of like a writing movie.
What about that first movie, that Amy Schumer movie where LeBron's in the movie? Did you say that one?
LeBron's in it.
That's another one.
Isn't that? Yeah.
Chat, help us out with that one. What's that one called? Not Air Bud 2. Someone goes Air Bud 2.
Not Air Bud. Joanna Man.
Our chat, man. I'm telling you.
All right.
Above
you guys
the rim.
have been awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's give a little Halliburton moment away to the chat. Jeff, Jordan, we need a hashtag for these guys to type out in order for them to enter to win this thing. It could be about yourself. It could be like Nifty's is the best if you want, or something like that.
Jordan, what are we using for Space Jam? Oh, that'll be too confusing, right?
No. Give us a teaser in form of hashtag.
What's how about Nifty's Mint or something like that?
Ooh.
Nifty's
There you
Mint.
go.
Nifty's Mint.
Nifty's Mint. One word. Nifty's Mint.
No
No
apostrophe.
apostrophe or anything like that. Yeah, just Nifty's Mint. Put it in hashtag.
Nifty's
We got the chats
Mint.
all over it. You guys are playing
and
for a little
spam it,
Ty
guys. You guys got to
Halliburton.
destroy the chat with that.
Destroy the chat. Right on. We're gonna pick a winner, gentlemen. It's been a great conversation. Thank you for coming on.
Really
very
fun.
much looking forward to
Next
what's
time.
going to happen with these NFTs, and all the best with Nifty's, man. Very keen to see where you guys go.
Thanks a lot.
And I can't wait until we wake up one morning and there's more chaos from you guys, because that was like, I was one of the first to post that morning and people are giving me the kudos for getting them an NFT. I'm like, no. I saw it from somebody else just like you guys. But that was a really fun day. And if that's how you guys operate, I'm all for it. I love the chaos. So congrats on a successful, in the end, it was successful. Congrats on that. And we hope to hear from you guys real soon.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Cheers, guys. Whew. All right.
Yeah, I
We're
get an
almost at
F.
the
I
end
get
here.
an F for trivia for sure. Huge F. I'm really pissed right now. That was not
Real
good
Jeff
trivia.
Barnes. Real Jeff Barnes. Real Jeff Barnes. If you're out there, send us a message on Twitter. Shoot us a DM and we'll get you going. All right, chat. You guys have been freaking awesome. Great work on the trivia. That was actually, I like movie questions, Phil. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, you were pretty
bringing up
good,
movie
man.
questions. I love going back to the 90s, early 2000s. It's a really great time in film with a lot of really insane movies that came out around then. So love that. Chat, you guys have been great. We got one more guest tonight. He is part of the First Mint community. He's in our Discord. He's a First Mint NFT holder, and he is also a Las Vegas resident. He popped in
before you bring him on, I will quote him from one of a Discord conversation recently. And here's the quote from our next guest. If you get arrested while in Las Vegas, give me a call. So if there's any fans out there from Breaking Bad or of the series Breaking Bad, I can only think of Saul when every time he writes something, I think of Saul. So again, quote, unquote, he said, give me a call. If ever you get arrested in Las Vegas, this following guest will help you out. LG, who are we bringing on the show?
CannaBiss.
Can you hear me good?
Now we got you. Now we got
Whoa!
you. Hold on. They had to finish the clapping. The audience was clapping, man.
So what's going
There it
on?
is.
CannaBiss
Yeah, man. Hold
in
on.
the house.
So what Phil
Repping
just
the Cool
said.
Cats team.
Oh, there we
Yeah,
go. Nine Lives
whoa.
Lounge is here.
Yes.
Okay, so CannaBiss, what Phil just said, does that mean that in Vegas you're one of the people with the huge billboards that's like, need help, call me or whatever?
No, unfortunately, I don't have any billboards right now. I just started my own firm about 6 months ago, so starting off small and just trying to grow. Man. So right now it's word of mouth, and that's why I'm offering to anybody out there listening to this that gets arrested out in Vegas, give me a call. And first misdemeanor will be free. Anything that's a felony, I'll probably have to charge.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
Cool.
Free.
Well, you're honestly just making Phil want to plan a trip to Vegas so that he can then get in trouble, so then he can meet you. Like that's what's going to go on in Phil's brain right now, is that he's just like, I mean, to go to Vegas.
That's what I'm here for. I don't advise you do that necessarily, but if you do,
there you go.
Give me a call.
That's good that you say that, because anything ever goes to court, they're going to pull this stream up and they're going to roll the tape of CannaBiss encouraging bad behavior in Vegas. Whenever we have a First Mint meetup in Vegas, you're going to see everyone in the jail, and CannaBiss will have to bail everybody out. But no, man, that's pretty cool.
As everybody spreads the word in jail, that's will give me a call then.
Now, people think you look like Chugs and Bugs, but what are they saying? Going on a bender. Nice. Yeah, Mike.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and you got the jersey on too, man. So that's pretty cool. When did you get the Cool Cats jersey?
I think it was about a month and a half, 2 months ago. The first ones came out. And then we bought some more about maybe 2-3 weeks ago. So those just came the other day. So
nice.
So yeah, I've been a Cool Cat collector since about maybe middle of February. I didn't initially participate in the Luca challenge, so I'm pretty penny buying that on the market.
The infamous Luca challenge. That thing will go down in history. It really will, man. That thing caused a lot of anxiety and stress for people, and everything from what the Luca moment did after it was awarded, and the price went up and down, and man, people were just kicking themselves, and people were holding 30 or 40 of them. We're not going to mention names. And I don't even know what happened. We got to bring Osimo back on here one time and ask him what he did with those 40 Luca Cool Cats.
He definitely sold some of them.
He was buying.
He definitely sold a bunch. But you know what's funny about that Cool Cats challenge is that was actually the first challenge for a lot of people on Top Shot as well. It wasn't just that was during the surge. It's also that a lot of people had never done a challenge. So nobody knew how it worked. Like everybody kind of understood how it worked, but nobody had lived through it where the moment drops into your account and all that kind of stuff. So that was a new experience. CannaBiss, is that when you joined Top Shot, or had you been there for a little bit and then you decided to kind of hop in?
I joined, I think it was right in the middle of February. One of my buddies in a group text was, joking around, wondering if I had any of these Top Shots things that have been out there. And I actually hadn't, but I jumped on it, and now here I am jumping in feet first. And actually just yesterday, I completed the base series 2 complete set of the commons. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
And I got them all in triple-digit serials or less, so hopefully it'll stand apart.
CannaBiss, good for you, man. That's awesome.
I've been collecting them
isn't that 570 moments or something?
533.
Ooh, he knows the exact number.
Yeah, man, I've been trying to get it for a while, and finally I got the LaMelo, which cost about $1,000 yesterday. But I flipped all the moments I got from the league, sold all the ones I got, and got the LaMelo finally. So. It was worth it.
CannaBiss, what brings you out to Vegas? Are you a Vegas resident? You just enjoy the city, or?
Yeah, I actually grew up in Michigan, born and raised in Michigan, so not too far from Canada. But ultimately, I just being in the cold, I wanted to get away, and originally went to college undergrad at University of South Carolina, and then after that, ended up coming out to Vegas because I had to stay in the sun. So then I got here, and I love it. Love everything about it.
Nice.
CannaBiss, tell us, you went to the kiosk the other day.
I did. I went on Monday and Tuesday. I didn't get there on Sunday, but
we saw the coverage from Pack Rip. We saw people having fun. We saw Top Shot writing nice stuff. All those channels going to say nice things. CannaBiss, what did you think? Be real with us.
All right, so it was cool. It was cool to see there, and there were a lot of people around. My one, I guess, hesitation I had with it that I didn't like too much is the people working it. The ones I dealt with didn't really seem to know too much about the product other than how many did you want and do you already have an account? For example, I wore one of my Cool Cats jerseys, and the guy asked if I was there for AAU basketball league with my team, and I mentioned it was for the.
Hold on a second. Hold on. This is like insider info, because the other people we talked to and the people in the Discord or anybody who's been there was like, oh, experience of a lifetime. So amazing to meet all the Top Shot people. So you're telling me that the people who were working this kiosk / booth asked you if you were there for some sort of high school tournament or some sort of college tournament? They did not know what
That's
Cool
what
Cats
it appeared.
What?
The guy I was talking with didn't.
Oh,
so yeah, it was other than that, it was cool. It was a good experience, and like I said, I got to flip the moments for the LaMelo, so I can't complain.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And did you run into anybody that's a prominent name in the community? Did you finally get to meet people you had only interacted with on Twitter, in Discords, and all that? Who did you meet there? And was there any signs of Jacob? Because I heard he was going, but I didn't see him in any pictures.
No, I had I was around people. The only one I actually met up with was Dark Horse Fantasy Sports. I think he's around here. I know he's in the Cool Cats 9 Lives Lounge with me. We actually are in a group that have fractional interest in the Luca Hollow. So it was cool to finally meet up with him and kind of, have a beer together.
How much were the packs? Somebody just asked that. I don't even know. That's a good question. How much were the packs?
It was $5 a pack, and you could buy 10 of them. So $50. Man.
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty good considering that most of them are going for what, like $40 to $60 on the marketplace. That's pretty sweet, man.
Yeah, I pulled a couple triple digits and was able to sell a couple of them for I think $100 a piece. So
wow, man.
Wow. So yeah, it was
EV plus. There you go. Look, you got your fans there, CannaBiss.
Yeah, CannaBiss got some fans too. Okay, so what other juicy secrets you got, CannaBiss? Okay, so these people, they never even heard of Top Shot. That's what I just heard. Is that the kiosk people? They're just hired guns. Don't even know.
Yeah, the guy I was dealing with didn't. Other than that, though, no, they were pretty cool. They had people opening packs up on the screen. So yeah,
that's cool. Excited. I did see that. I saw that like in the videos. That did look super cool. So, okay.
I hope they come back for sure.
Yeah,
I just don't understand why Top Shot or Dapper employees were not the one. This is the first of its kind. It's not like we've got a booth in every city simultaneously where you need extras. You would think, aside from having Roham there, that at least Jacob or someone would be there just to be a face in the community. So we had people like Pack Rip that was there, right? But that I don't know if that was official through Top or what. But I mean, he would know more than anybody, I guess, who was actually working there, what was going on. So
it looks like Jacob was there. He was hosting the winners. He was hosting the winners.
Okay, all right, yeah, because he said he was going
there. Yeah, he was there. He was there. He was just busy.
To avoid any potential defamation lawsuits being brought against me, I'll say it was my opinion that a lot of the people they had working were probably temp workers from, locally here. But
that's
my
fair.
Opinion on it.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I've worked in kind of like street teams and stuff like that before, and you do learn about the thing you're promoting like the day before with like a little binder with the brief. So that's kind of interesting though. That also makes you kind of realize that it's like, we all think Top Shot is a big deal and we're all like deep into it, but then even people being hired to work the booth, it's like it doesn't extend that far, which is, I mean, that's kind of exciting too, is that, over time it'll start to reach a lot more people, including those types of folks. What was the vibe of the other fans at the booth?
The first day on Tuesday, there were more people, or on Monday, there were more people there, and that's when they were opening packs on the screen, and people seemed excited and watching and asking questions just to figure out what the whole thing was about. Tuesday was a little less exciting. There was nobody really in line, which was cool, so I didn't have to wait. But at the end of the day, less exciting as well. So. And
were you an ambassador in any way, CannaBiss? Were you like trying to help people? Were you, because I assume some people are completely lost and no idea what's going on, and that's where it's a bit disappointing for me. If the people working the booth didn't know much, then how are you supposed to answer all the questions, right? It's like sending somebody to the auto show to represent, I don't know, Rolls-Royce, Mercedes-Benz, and they drive or they work for, I don't know, a promotion company or something that has nothing to do with that brand. It's kind of mind-boggling. They could have literally hired anyone, someone like yourself even, and said, hey, CannaBiss, you're a big collector, man. We'll give you this and that, and you go spend the weekend there and teach everybody what you know and help them onboard all these new customers or collectors, right? So
Yeah, that would have been cool. Instead, I was out in the parking lot trying to buy tickets on the down low. So it worked. I got in. So
yeah, I don't know. I feel that could have been a little bit better, but yeah, interesting experience, and I hope we see it in more cities, but maybe a little bit better organized than that, and get some influencers out there to be the face of the of Top Shot. Right? It would make a lot of sense. That's what I would feel like. So I don't know.
yeah.
Right on. Well, I mean, either way, it's an exciting future. So it's cool that you were there. CannaBiss is cool. It came to your town. You know, obviously that was at the summer league, so you got to see that, and kind of the only time I guess the NBA comes through Vegas. But who knows? Maybe that could change in the future too.
The way I guess I never get any. I very rarely get I have never got a legendary pack. I've gotten 1 or 2 rare packs, and all of my reward serials are like in the 2000s. So I figured them coming out to Vegas and me getting the moments was just my time. It was my time to shine.
I see this comment from Finn. Maybe First Mint could have a kiosk. First of all, that's a great idea. Second, it wouldn't be a kiosk. Okay. Like, well, we've been talking for an hour and a half now, but it's not going to be called a kiosk. We'll have it something else, but it's not going to be kiosk.
Okay.
Right on.
Hold on. Since you're in Las Vegas, CannaBiss, since you have some experience on the legal side, I want LG to go into his Twitter DMs right now, not the First Mint, his actual Twitter, LG Twitter. And I want him to pull up the picture I just sent him. And I want to show all the First Mint listeners and viewers some of LG's behavior in Las Vegas the last time we were there together. And you tell me if this is something you could get him out of. If this happens again in the near future, LG posts the picture immediately.
Illegal freaking. Is that what you're doing on your phone this whole time? Just pulling out. Okay, before you guys see this.
Here we go.
Before you guys see this photo, Phil, what year was this? Just give some context.
It had to have been 2011.
Yes. Okay.
2011.
It was 2011
or 2010. 2010. Sorry, 2010.
Yeah, 2010. So this is 11 years ago. Okay, so this is a much younger LG, and
he's already making excuses.
There's not many. Okay, you guys get ready. Are you guys ready? I'm not doing anything illegal. Here you go. There it is. That's it. I'm just lying down on one of those walking things. Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing illegal about that. You'd be good.
Well, I assume
everybody's saying it's fine, Phil.
I think it would have been more exciting if you did like the guy in Elf when he does the splits on that thing. That would have been more exciting. But this is only a snippet of that night. We're not going to show anything else from that night. So, even LG, I know LG prominent. Mike's on fire.
Phil, what time of day was this? I'm pretty sure this was like 5 a.m.
This is 4 or 5 a.m. and we had just stood in line for an hour trying to get into a club, and it didn't work out. Actually, no, we did get in, and a lot of good things happened at the club, and I think we were heading back. But yeah, it was a pretty special couple of days. And the younger LG is one that everyone wishes they knew and met because he was up to some stuff.
CannaBiss, you can clarify this. There's no proof that that's me.
Oh yeah, that'd be tough. That would be tough.
That's really hard. That could be Phil for all we know.
Absolutely.
That could be anybody.
CannaBiss, come on, man. He already admitted to it.
I'll give you a cautionary tale about those little escalator moving sidewalks.
No.
I had a client who got kicked out of a club one night, and they put him down an escalator, and he had been drinking and tripped and fell down and landed on one of the moving ones that was sitting out in the sun in 112-degree temperature, and it knocked him out. He was on there for about a minute and had third-degree burns from maybe a minute laying on one of those in the sun. So be
escalator.
From an escalator.
Wow. Oh, come on. Even the idea of having these outdoor, first of all, in Canada, there's no outdoor escalators. Okay. There's no, you don't do that. It's just going to get destroyed in the winter. It's going to mess up. So the idea of outdoor escalators is totally bonkers to me.
Yeah. Especially baking in the sun in Vegas.
Yeah. The idea the escalator would be dangerous because it's hot, not because it'll suck you away that's a novel idea, but that's good to know. That's really good advice.
Yeah.
That's really good advice there. I'm just trying to find an embarrassing photo of Phil from that trip. So hold on, I don't think I actually, hold on, Phil. I have another similar photo. I'm gonna pull this one up. This one's way worse. So this was okay. So you guys remember people used to do planking, right? But you remember planking, the trend on the internet? This was before planking. Okay. This is before anybody did planking, to the point where when I showed photos like this, people were like, oh, like, hey, LG, people are doing what you used to do on the internet. Okay. So I'm like a planking influencer. Okay. And CannaBiss is going to think this is so dangerous what I'm doing. So you're ready. Here you go. There you go. There's
okay, this was minutes after the other one. You were also planking on the flat escalator, and now he's planking on this escalator. His hair is about to get caught at the top.
All right.
So, dude, this is look at the feet too. The feet are like twisted
backwards.
backwards.
Jeremy doesn't like it.
Yeah, I don't know how he did that.
Look at his foot. His foot is like broken.
That's not my. That's somebody else's.
He just passed out. A burn forehead.
Oh man! All right, this is a preview of what you get if ever you come out to Vegas and party with LG and the real Phil D.
I can't wait to do it again.
And then when you get burned, give me a call.
Wow, man! The chat loves it, dude. They want to party with you, LG.
Burned and or arrested. We're gonna call. We're gonna call.
Well, good thing we have CannaBiss, right? CannaBiss will be there ready to help us out. So
you help me from my burning. Okay, let's wrap this up. We're gonna give away another little Ty Halliburton moment. CannaBiss, what are they typing in the chat to get this one?
Oh, I'll go with ganja.
Ganja. How do you want them to spell it?
Ganja. Correct.
Okay, there we go. Hashtag ganja. I love it. God. CannaBiss.
Is
the old marijuana? Is that legal in Nevada now? You guys okay?
It is.
Great.
It is. It was legalized recreationally a few years back. So
there you go, man.
Little tidbit. About 2 years ago, I started writing a monthly article in the local Vegas cannabis magazine, just with in regards to the legal industry and cannabis. So, wow. I do a little legal stuff for Top Shot, the cannabis industry, everything.
Wow. Okay. I like that. What's the cannabis industry working on now? Because I know there's a lot of like working on drinks and all that type of stuff. So I'm assuming there's a lot of
locally
innovation going on.
Here, what they're working on, actually, locally, they're trying to get these smoking lounges. So kind of like a bar where you can go into like and just smoke and hang out. Yeah, hookah lounge for weed.
Just giant hot box. It's great.
Right now, they make you go home and smoke it. They don't let you smoke it out in public.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so you have to be in your house. All right. Let's find a winner here for ganja. And CannaBiss, it's been a pleasure to actually chat with you, man. It's been good to actually have you.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was exciting to be on here. I'll tell you, I'm in front of judges all the time and no issue, but I was nervous coming out of this. I was nervous.
You're just lucky you didn't have to go through Phil's incredibly challenging trivia from earlier with questions such as, what jersey number did Jordan wear in Space Jam? The answer is
which actually had you guys puzzled a little bit.
Well, because this is such an obvious question that we didn't know. Quad, where's Quad? We need the ganja winner.
Quad's busy with his own
you guys
activities back there. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this out. But there's something I want to show you guys, and I hope it's gonna work here. Oh, Carter boy 74.
Wow.
Right.
Just getting something loaded up, so I'm just going to see if it actually works. CannaBiss, any parting words?
No, nothing. Just thank you guys for having me on. Thank you, the community, for always being active, involved. This is exciting, and I love Top Shot and I love the First Mint.
We love you, man. We love you.
Appreciate
Phil
it.
D. I'm just getting something loaded up here, but any final words from your end before we wrap out the show?
No, I hesitate to tell my story. But I will.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have your story. I totally forgot.
And Quad, if you're listening, the chat is calling you out, saying that you picked the last person to post it in the chat. They're not too happy with you, man. So I don't know. That'll have to be investigated as a scandal. All right. So here's the deal. I revealed on the show, I guess, a couple months ago now, and you didn't know this, LG, even though you're my brother, that we ended up getting a pet in our house. Okay. We're not big pet people. I know as a kid, we had a cat in our household, LG. We've had a dog before, but my daughter really wanted to get bunnies. You can't just get one bunny typically unless it's a special kind. This kind, you need to get more than one bunny. So we got 2 bunnies. I said, all right, cool. For obvious reasons, I got the biggest cage you could ever find. It's like 4 or 5 stories high. It's huge. The bunnies fit in there. And we told them, listen, 2 females, all good, because we don't want any, funny business. We don't want to deal with guys, bunnies. They fight and stuff like that. So 2 females, they'll be sisters. They're good. So we're 6 or 7 months, into this thing. One of the girls is called Vicious. The other one is called Suspicious. So I recently had to call the vet and book a vet appointment because I don't even know what I'm doing, man. Their nails are getting long. Their teeth are getting long. So my son told me that we got to call the vet. So we called the vet. And he said, all right, I'm booking for Suspicious and Vicious. And they were laughing. All right, what the hell kind of names are those? And we go there today. And because of COVID, you cannot go into the appointment with them. So you have to drop them off at the front. And then they call you later and tell you what's up. And it's time to pick them up. So we waited in the parking lot. We're chilling. And the vet calls and said, listen, I've got some bad news for you guys. I said, what's the bad news? I said, shit, I knew it. These bunnies always have problems. They probably got some kind of like infection. They're going to die. And the bunny and the vet says, one of your bunnies is actually a boy. Like, I'm like, hold on a second. We've left them alone for a couple days with the food stuff. They're in the same cage. They're fighting and doing some weird stuff sometimes. But she says one of your bunnies is actually a boy. And we thought we had 2 girls and the other one might be pregnant is exactly what she said. And I didn't even want bunnies in the first place, man. I wanted no bunnies. Now you're telling me I might have pregnant bunnies. They can't be in the same cage. I have to buy another castle for the other bunny. I don't know what to do, man. This is why I don't get pets. God. I cannot handle that kind of information. I felt like I was on Maury and somebody told me that's not my child. You know what I'm saying? Like, or Jerry or whatever. I was in shock and she's laughing the whole time. She's like, we don't usually have this happen where people don't know for a half year or more the sex of their animal, and then we have to shock them with the news that there's testicles on one of them. So,
oh my God.
Anyways, this only happens to me, man. This only happens
honestly,
to me.
This sounds like the start of a Disney movie where it's like, 1,001 bunnies with Phil D.
I can't, man. I just can't. I'm destined for this kind of nonsense. I was just doing the right thing by getting bunnies. The people that gave them to us are breeders and promised us they were 2 girls. One of them ends up being a boy. It explains some of their weird behavior recently. And now
sounds like you might have a lawsuit.
Dude,
oh, there you
all
go.
Right, CannaBiss. Unfortunately, it is a friend, so I would never do that. But yeah, so I don't know what to do now, man. I legit found this out a couple hours ago, and I even texted you. I said I'll save that story for a bit later. But
yeah,
now I'm in a bad spot. I don't know what to do. They are spending the night together, even though we were told to separate them. So, man, this is why you don't get bunnies. I'm happy with nothing. I don't even know what to do. There's always something. So now I have to go deal with that, and that'll be a nightmare for me. I just got over the caterpillars, and now I'm jumping into another sort of animal disaster. I don't know what to do anymore. That's my story.
Wow. Wow, Phil D. Well, I mean, this makes great drama for the next couple of weeks, Phil D, because we're going to keep checking in on that. First, at the start of the summer, we had the caterpillars. Now we got the bunnies going into the fall. So it's going to be it's going to be quite the. I don't have a good pun. I don't have a good bunny pun. Bunny mint count going up. There you go. That's the best.
It really
one.
is.
Matt's got the best one right there. Never change, Phil D. All right, I gotta play us out. Thanks to a story, Phil D. I'm gonna play us out by doing something a little special. I'm gonna play myself some rev racing with the first mint car.
Yo,
are you guys ready for this? This was distributed. If maybe you were lucky and you won one during First Mint Fest.
Wow.
This is honestly like I posted this on yesterday on Twitter that it's so mind blowing to be playing a video game with a car that has First Mint on it. And this game is kind of challenging. So I'm just telling you guys right now, I'm going to kind of suck at it.
Dude, what are you doing, man?
What do you mean, dude? Phil, you haven't even figured this out, man. I know you don't even understand Polygon or anything, okay? Yeah. So this is not an easy game. I'm currently ranked like 600, okay, yeah.
Uber's all the way in Vegas.
I'm staying on the road, man. Look at how good this is. Anyways, if you guys want these cars, there's some available on OpenSea. They're kind of expensive. Oh, shit. They're kind of expensive. But this game is super fun. It's preview things to come from our sponsor, Rev Racing, during the fest. So you go check that out. Maybe you got lucky, you got one. There's some cheaper ones. The First Mint one is one of the more expensive ones, but there's some cheaper ones from some of the other brands.
Someone called you Paul Walker.
I certainly hope not.
Hey, LG, are we able to race our cars against each other? Is that an option?
No, we'd have to open it up here. Watch this. Whoa, there you go.
Man?
Look at that. Oh God! All right, there you go.
That is pretty cool, though. I love
it. It is cool. Look at it. It looks so good. The First Mint logo, they really nailed it at Rev Racing, our partners at Animoca. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, I love this kind of stuff. I know there's like a million different types of NFTs coming out these days, but I love this kind of like long-term building. Obviously, this is the start of like a much bigger game. And honestly, we've been promised a lot of different gaming in NFTs. But, you know, this is one of the first ones that I'm like, okay, I own the NFT and I can actually do something with it. So
LG, how did people get these? Because a lot of people were posting them on Twitter, and a lot of people in the chat are asking, what does somebody with no money do to get one of these? How did people originally get these? A lot of people were posting.
So you had to sign up for the giveaway from Animoca during their stream at First Mint Fest. Check this move.
That's not a move, man. That's
okay, yeah, but I'm hey, whatever, Phil. So they're for sale on OpenSea. So if you only have credit card and stuff like that, you're kind of actually, I think OpenSea is taking credit card now. But basically, what you got to do, you got to go to OpenSea and just type in Rev Racing. It should be verified, and then you can filter. They have different collections, so they have like a CoinGecko one, a Limpo one, and then there's a First Mint one in there as well. I don't know how we ended up with those other cool. Oh shit, Phil D, you're distracting me with your questions.
Hey, I want to give a shout out for a second.
Accident.
Hold on. We got a shout out to give to. We actually got during the show, because we don't really know much about how this all works. We got our very first gifted subscription on Twitch in the history of the First Mint. I just clicked something and now I can't see it, but I believe it was a user called Humble Beast 09 who was the very first one to grab a subscription or gift one. So we really appreciate it. That's cool, man. I love Twitch.
That driving.
I'm not a Twitch expert, but yeah, if you don't have a First Mint card, they are available on OpenSea, and we're eventually down the road going to find a way to all race each other and have like an F1 circuit or a racing circuit of the First Mint listeners and viewers. And someone actually referred to you as Villeneuve, not Jacques Villeneuve, not Gilles, just Villeneuve. I saw in the chat.
Villeneuve. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'll take that. I like Romain Grosjean. That's pretty good.
Look at Plunge Father. Look at the chat for a second, LG. Plunge Father is on an absolute subscription gifting rampage right now.
Oh, no way.
Since so Plunge, we appreciate you, my friend, man. That is awesome.
Plunge. Plunge on a rampage, man.
On an absolute rampage.
Instead of he sold some kind of glue horse yesterday for like 10 grand. So instead of getting himself a new kitchen, he's gifting subs. It's great. It's very generous.
Very cool, man. Thank you. That's awesome.
Thanks, Plunge. Well, everybody check out the Plunge stream is on next. So head over to his channel. They're picking up in just a couple minutes. So go and take a look at that. Kind of extended show. CannaBiss, good to see you, friend. Thanks to the other guests tonight on the show. Phil D, sorry about your bunny multiplication problem.
I don't know what to do.
There's no you gotta put Ellie on that set, man. You know, you don't.
I was told they must be separated immediately, and I don't have a way to do that tonight, or probably not even until tomorrow, the day after. So I don't know what to do, man.
Well, update us next week. I can't help you.
You'll have an update. You may have some little ones here too.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you. Next podcast comes out Monday morning from the First Mint, so check it out then.
Search is over, now welcome to First Mint. Looking for NFT content, look no further cause this is it. From Top Shot to blockchain, they got the data chops, analysis, impact drops, the show's equator hot. LG and Phil D, the best amongst others. Best brothers that happen to ball since the Ball brothers. So settle in cause it's time for the best show. Ayo Quad, who we reppin'? First Mint. Let's go.